Γεια σας όλους, σας είναι ο JohnyThan εδώ και καλώς ήρθατε πίσω στο doki literal club plus. Λοιπόν, πρώτα απ' όλα θέλω να ζητήσω ένα μεγάλο συγγνώμη που άρχισα να το παίξω αυτό εδώ το παιχνίδι. Είναι ότι, πώς το λένε, έπαιζα Minecraft με τους φίλους μου τώρα αυτές τις τελευταίες μέρες. Ξέρετε τώρα, με τους φίλους μου τον Oliver, την Gloria και τον Zato είμαστε φίλοι στο VR chat που παίζω και παίξαμε Repo και τώρα παίζουμε Minecraft και ήθελα, πώς το λένε, λιγάκι να συνεχίσω να παίζω λίγο μαζί τους και έχω κάνει κάποια βίντεο. Θα βγουν σύντομα αυτά τα δύο βίντεο παιχνίδια που έχω παίξει μαζί τους. Για τώρα σκέφτομαι να δουλέψω πολύ σκληρά και να σας παίξω λίγο doki και άλλα δύο βίντεο παιχνίδια που έχουμε να παίξουμε. Την προηγούμενη φορά όλοι μας μάθαμε τι είχε γίνει, υποθέτω. Αρχίζουμε να τα βρίσκουμε σιγά σιγά με την natsuki. Παρόλο που αυτή ήταν απογοητευμένη από την αρχή που έμαθα ότι εμείς ήμασταν αγόρι και όχι κορίτσι, αλλά τέλος πάντων. Σπούμε στο παιχνίδι και να συνεχίσουμε εκεί που μείναμε. Εδώ ήμασταν την προηγούμενη φορά και είπαμε ότι θα πάμε με την Natsuki σήμερα. Λοιπόν, I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Ναι, γι' αυτό. Σπάμε με αυτήν. John? Okay, well, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all, Natsuki reads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion, sorry. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? No, I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? No. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh? Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what really literal looks like, okay? And you went and ruined it. Oh, σου το χάλασα όλα? Τότε συγγνώμη. I hope you're happy. Συγγνώμη τότε που σου τα χάλασα, τότε δεν θα ξαναπεράσω χρόνο μαζί σου αν το θέλεις έτσι. So, in other words, you're saying you like it? Ναι, μήπως σου αρέσει κάτι. Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. No. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Ναι, από ό,τι δείχνει, παρόλο που αρχίσαμε να τα βρίσκουμε με το Magna και τα υπόλοιπα, τώρα αρχίζουμε να τσακωνόμαστε. Επειδή η Μόνικα και οι άλλοι μας είδανε κάτι. Γι' αυτό είσαι τώρα έτσι μαζί μου. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. Ναι. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Ναι. Λοιπόν, αρχίζουμε. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Στα αυτά ήταν όλα. Και εδώ πέρα σου γράφει continue. Είδατε, ήταν διαφορετικό. Στο προηγούμενο doki πράγμα απλώς πατάγαμε από παντού δεξιά και αριστερά και τέτοια και δεν μας αφήνει να κάνουμε τίποτα. Οπότε το continue τώρα σου βάζει να το κάνει. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I won't like it? Well, because Everyone in the high school thinks that writing has to be all specific and stuff. Ώστε δηλαδή, ώστε εσύ νομίζεις, ώστε όλοι σου λένε ότι αυτό που έγραψες ήταν μια χαζομάρα, τώρα κάτι. Ναι, είναι λίγο χαζομάρα θα πω, είναι αλήθεια. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Ναι. But isn't the point of poems of people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less veiled. Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Nah. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. Λοιπόν, ας πάμε με την Yuri τώρα. Μετά τη Sayori. Πρώτα τη Yuri, μετά τη Sayori και τελευταία η Μόνικα. Ας πάμε με την Yuri γιατί μου έδωσε ένα βιβλίο, γι' αυτό ας πάμε λίγο με αυτήν. Ναι. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passed more than enough then for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading thought it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there is a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is recognized in new writers in that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they turn into pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and then they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the experiment are weakened. Once Yuri finds her trains of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that could go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit best though. Nah. Best? How? You, well... Never mind. Τι, θες να μου πεις κάτι τώρα έτσι για μένα? Τέλος πάντων, I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Νιώθω πως και εσύ τώρα το ίδιο νιώθεις όπως η Natsuki. Έτσι νιώθω. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literal club? Ναι. Ναι, είναι αλήθεια υποθέτω. Αυτή είναι πιο ευγενική από την Natsuki. Η Natsuki όλο είναι μικρινιάρα και τέτοια, αλλά τέλος πάντων. Δεν μπορώ να το διαβάσω καλά, αλλά... The light, the had miserable blister, the glow, battling, it must be this one. The last... Δεν νομίζω ότι μπορώ να καταλάβω έτσι πως είναι τα γράμματα. Τα γράμματα είναι λίγο δύσκολο να τα διαβάσω έτσι όπως είναι. Τέλος πάντων. Τι έγινε? I'm sorry, I haven't such a terrible hard writing. Ναι, το καταλαβαίνω, αλλά δεν πειράζει. Δεν πειράζει, και εγώ μερικές φορές γράφω λίγο χάλια. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Λίγα λεπτά μου πήρανε, γιατί δεν μπορούσα να καταλάβω τι έλεγε, αλλά δεν πειράζει. Well, I just don't read script very often, sorry. I actually think your hard drawing is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more middle. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, John. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, that post often expresses their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of confront, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot of more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Κοίτα το χαμόγελο, δεν μπορώ. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Θα προσπαθήσω, Yuri. Θα προσπαθήσω. Πάμε με τη Sayori. This is a good poem, John. Are you sure it's your first time? Ναι, of course. Είναι η πρώτη μου φορά, θυμάστε? It's not that good. I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it impresses me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you won't do it seriously, or that you won't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Παρόλο που εσύ με έστειλες να έρθω στο club τους και εγώ από την αρχή δεν ήθελα, αλλά τέλος πάντων. See? It's like I said before, John. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reasons I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehehe. Well, we'll see about that. Για να δούμε. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead, to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to whisk away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I couldn't sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want a breakfast. Okay, ήταν καλό από την αρχή θα έλεγα, αλλά κάπου στο τέλος. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. No. I forgot to do it last night. Μάλιστα. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Okay, και τελευταία μνημονικά. Hi John. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, John. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of buried that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Harmonica, my poem. I like it, John. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ahahaha. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Ahahaha. If you say so. Yep. There's a lot of poems of stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're writing for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of? Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning though. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure it'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit blazed towards their own kind of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty convicted for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It could have been me. See the direction the sparkle protects. An arguing boyfriend will never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I real blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My remains already scalded with permanent copy of the Minkless Inque. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Strike forever into everything. A hole of invent. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Cool. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting in place on the timing between words and times and lines, signal me, when performing out it can be really powerful. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by the fact. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of event essence. It's been included in my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you tried so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and to be it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Phew. I guess that's everyone. A glimpse around the room. That wasn't a little more stressful than I anticipated. Da 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 do 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 do. Sorry. It's everyone is judging me for my medic writing absence. Those button. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can't stand up to theirs. This is a literal club after all. A sigh? I guess that wasn't what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Delia, my eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gently exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read it, I watch each of their expressions changed. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismally returns to the poems of the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the simplicity of something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Ναι, όντως. Η Yuri προσπαθεί όντως να πει κάτι ευγενικό στην Natsuki, ενώ αυτή από την άλλη δεν νομίζω ότι είναι αξιολάτρευτο κάτι. Κοιτάξτε, ο καθένας έχει τη δική του συμπεριφορά, το πώς θέλει να πει τι νιώθει ο ένας για τον άλλον. Αλλά η Natsuki η Yuri είναι ευγενική και ευγενική με εμάς για αυτά. Η Natsuki από την άλλη μπορεί να είναι εκνευριστική που δεν θέλει να μάθει ότι της αρέσω και τέτοιο, ότι αυτή της αρέσω και αυτά. Δεν ξέρω τώρα τι λέω. Έχω το ίδιο πρόβλημα όπως η Σαγιόρι, οκ, με το ίδιο όπως η Σαγιόρι υποθέτω. Τέλος πάντων. You mean you have to try the hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Ορίστε? Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I wouldn't have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did it, by the way. Sayori liked it. Και τώρα η Yuri της αρέσει. And John did too. Ναι, και η Yuri τώρα της αρέσει. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Και τι είναι αυτό? First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Is he? I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which is I haven't yet. No. And John liked my poem too, you know. No. He never told me he had impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that John appreciates my advice more than be appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over like cutesy. You... Ναι, φαίνεται πως και οι δυο τους τώρα αρχίζουν να τσακώνονται για το ποιος τώρα έχει το δίκιο και ποιος έχει το άδικο. Κοίτα, σε αυτό συμφωνώ με τη Yuri. Να σου και δεν θα πρέπει να πει κάτι χάλια για κάτι που αυτή λέει ότι είναι αξιολάτρευτο. Φυσικά, η Natsuki νομίζει ότι αυτό που γράψε ήταν αμπέσολα. Όταν οι άλλοι της λένε ότι της άρεσε, αυτή απλώς δεν το βρίσκει έτσι. Θα το βρίσκει ότι θα το λένε μόνο για να την κάνουν να νιώσει καλύτερα. Αλλά και πάλι δεν μπορείς εσύ να θυμώσεις για κάποιον που σου λέει ότι σου αρέσει το τέτοιο. Τέλος πάντων. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a side bigger as soon as John started showing up. Bro, της έδειξα ακόμα και το. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Και δυο τους. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. John? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. Bro, η Yuri σου λέει κάτι ευγενικό και εσύ απλώς δεν της φέρεσαι καλά. Γιατί νομίζεις ότι σου λέει ότι δεν σου αρέσει το τέτοιο. Τέλος πάντων. What's the point of making your poems all conform for no reasons? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have a fighting it out. Help me explain that to her, John. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expensive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, John? No. Well? Τώρα τι. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Λοιπόν, είναι και μια help me Sayori. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι θέλω να μάθω τι θα πάω να γίνει αν πω στη Sayori να με βοηθήσει. Αλλά ταυτόχρονα θέλω να συμφωνήσω με την Yuri σε αυτό. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι συμφωνώ με την Yuri. Η Natsuki ήταν λίγο κακή μαζί της, γιατί πώς το λένε, η Yuri της λέει ότι της άρεσε η ζωγραφιά και τέτοια, ενώ η Natsuki νομίζει ότι το δικό της poem δεν ήταν καλό και αυτά. Θα πω όμως, κοιτάξτε, δεν θα πάω με την Natsuki σε αυτό, γιατί η Natsuki είναι λίγο κακιά μαζί της με την Yuri, γιατί η Yuri αυτή έχει αισθήματα, είναι λίγο τροπιαστική και δεν της αρέσει να συμπεριφέρονται έτσι οι άνθρωποι μαζί της, και νιώθω πως θα κλάψει άμα κάποιοι άνθρωποι της συμπεριφέρονται έτσι. Αυτή είναι λίγο και ζητάω συγγνώμη σε αυτό. Θα πω όμως αυτό, αν πάμε με την Natsuki θα είμαστε ακόμα φίλοι που τα βρίσκουμε με το Magna και αυτά, αλλά άμα πάμε με το πλευρό της Yuri θα την απογοητεύσω και δεν θα θέλει να μου ξαναμιλήσει που πήγα στο πλευρό της. Άμα πω όμως να με βοηθήσει σαν Yuri, τι ακριβώς θα γίνει? Η αλήθεια είναι ότι θέλω να μάθω να δω τι θα γίνει άμα πω τη Sayori να με βοηθήσει σε αυτό. Δεν ξέρω. Κοίτα, αλλά και πάλι δεν ξέρεις όμως πώς αισθάνεται ο John. Και πάλι δεν ξέρεις πώς αισθάνεται ο John. Εγώ είμαι ο John, υποθέτω. Και εγώ αισθάνομαι ότι η Natsuki φέρθηκε πολύ χάλια με την Yuri και στο poem της και τη συμπεριφορά της τώρα. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι θέλω να μάθω τι θα γίνει αν πω η Sayori. Οκ, ξέρετε τι κάτι? Θα πούμε αυτό. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι θέλω να είμαι στο πλευρό της τώρα της Yuri, αλλά... Οκ, ξέρετε κάτι? Θα σώσω αυτό το σημείο εδώ αν είναι, για εδώ πέρα. Και μετά θα πάμε στο επόμενο εδώ πέρα για να μάθουμε, θα το σώσουμε και εδώ πέρα επίσης. Οκ, θα το σώσουμε έτσι και τα δύο, γιατί στο πρώτο θα πάμε εδώ πέρα για να μάθουμε τι θα γίνει όταν πούμε την Yuri. Βασικά, περίμενα, θα πάμε πρώτα στην Sorry. Λοιπόν, θα πούμε πρώτον να μας βοηθήσει η Sayori, και όταν μας πει, και όταν θα διαλέξουμε τη Sayori να δούμε τι θα γίνει, μετά θα πάμε για την Yuri. Πάμε με αυτό πρώτον. Natsuki glares at me, drying up and any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Ondos? John? Well, that's her problem. This is about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Nah. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what sucks up jerk she's being. Και ακόμα θα συμπεριφορείς για την Yuri. Ναι. Τελείωσα μαζί σου, Natsuki. Άμα συμπεριφέρεσαι έτσι για την Yuri, she would never. if it's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. Oh, herkesi naklei. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their difference. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they are paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Bro. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands Monica stands behind her with a expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down while blank expressions on her face staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She's nub in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Ahahaha. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an hour ahead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I wouldn't have hated to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knock. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of that, she says. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. Okay. Τώρα ας πάμε πίσω στο load. Βασικά θα το σώσουμε. Βασικά όχι. Ναι, βασικά θα το σώσουμε, τι λέω. Θα το σώσουμε για να συνεχίσουμε εκεί που μείναμε. Και εδώ δεν ξέρω γιατί το σώσαμε, αλλά... Λοιπόν, ας πούμε τώρα τι εδώ μέσα στο πλευρό της Yuri. Τέλος πάντων, Natsuki. Your fight that I liked your poem. Ναι, ισχύει απόλυτα. Ναι, αυτό ισχύει απόλυτα. Είναι ότι τσακώνεσαι με εκείνα και με μένα που νομίζεις ότι εγώ και η Yuri δεν σου απολαμβάνουμε το δικό σου poem που γράψες. Αυτό είναι το πρόβλημα με σένα. See? Wait. That's not exactly for you to be so mean. Ναι. Φέρθηκες τόσο χαλιά που εγώ σου είπα ότι μου άρεσε το poem σου και τέτοια. Και μετά φέρεσαι χαλιά στην Yuri που και αυτή σου είπε ότι σου άρεσε το poem. Αυτό δεν είναι ευγενικό. You soon pick up fight just because someone's option is different. Ισχύει. That's not what happened at all. Αυτό έγινε. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Ναι. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's not secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Nah, I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki took it way too far. Ναι, είσαι απόλυτα. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Είσαι απόλυτα. Ισχύει απόλυτα αυτό που λέω τώρα εγώ για την Natsuki. Σου λέει άλλη ότι σου αρέσει το γράμμα, αλλά εσύ τις φέρεις σε χάλια, σαν να λες ότι δεν σου... Τέλος πάντων. Συμφωνώ απόλυτα με την Yuri σε αυτό. Πρώτον, ο λόγος γιατί την διάλεξα και από την προηγούμενη φορά είναι επειδή αυτή ήταν ευγενική μαζί μου και μου φέρε ένα βιβλίο. Και εμείς της είπαμε ότι της αρέσει, και εμείς είπαμε με την Yuri είπαμε ότι της αρέσει την Natsuki το τέτοιο, ενώ αυτή φέρθηκε χάλια. Σαν να λέει στη Yuri ότι δεν της φέρθηκε καλά, ούτε εγώ της φέρθηκα καλά, κάπως έτσι ας πούμε. Τέλος πάντων. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki, her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. Nah, she's trapped at this point, being different only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even fending up for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. So Yuri, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki smashes her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hand and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. Ναι, οπότε... She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her cherryberries in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I genuinely approach her and sit in a chair. Sigh. Everything's alright. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How come anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handle it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, John. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about I would never do anything so shameful. Is he? So, What things did Natsuki say? You, well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. Okay. Και θα το κάνουμε έτσι. Θα το τελειώσουμε έτσι. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι θέλω να μάθω τι θα γινόταν αν λέγαμε τη Sayuri τι θα γινόταν, αλλά θα το κάνουμε τώρα έτσι. Λοιπόν. No, τι κάνω. Λοιπόν, θα το τελειώσουμε τώρα μέχρι εδώ. Η αλήθεια είναι ότι ήθελα να μάθω τι θα γινόταν αν έλεγα στη Sayuri να κάνει κάτι γι' αυτό. Αλλά και πάλι μέσα στο πλευρό της Yuri, η Natsuki φέρθηκε απέσια. Είναι σαν... Η Natsuki φέρθηκε απέσια στη Yuri, σαν να φέρθηκε απέσια και σε μένα, επειδή και οι δυο μας είπαμε ότι της αρέσει το πόμ της. Αλλά και πάλι δεν ξέρεις πως νιώθει ο John γι' αυτό και με ποιο πλευρό πρέπει να πάει. Αλλά τέλος πάντων, σταματάω μέχρι εδώ. Αν σας άρεσε, μην ξεχάσετε να βάλετε μια εγγραφή και να αλλάξει αυτό εδώ το βίντεο. Και συγγνώμη και πάλι παιδιά που άρχισα να κάνω βίντεο και τέτοια, παιδιά, είμαι λίγο απασχολημένος τώρα, δουλεύω πολύ σκληρά. Και πάντοτε θα σας δω στο επόμενο βίντεο. Γεια σας!